Eschscholzia californica, commonly known as the California poppy, is an iconic plant not only in the Palos Verdes peninsula, but also throughout the west coast. This plant has a massive geographic range, with native populations existing from Washington through Mexico. With such a large range, it's only inevitable that this species displays a lot of interspecies variation. A population of poppies that adapted to the environment here in the dry Palos Verdes Peninsula, for example, may have features that allow it to tolerate drought and blend in with the coastal sage scrub environment, while a plant from, say, a northern region where water is more accessible may adapt differently to its environment. Here we have two poppies, both belonging to the same species, Eschscholzia californica. The only difference is that the one on the left was observed in Palos Verdes in Southern California, while the one on the right was observed near Lake Quinault in Washington. Immediately, you can notice that the poppy from Palos Verdes has yellow flowers with sandy green leaves, while the poppy from Washington has orange flowers with bright green leaves. Poppies with yellow flowers are observed more commonly in coastal areas, while poppies with orange flowers tend to be found more inland. The life cycle of the California poppy is also really cool. California poppies can grow as annuals, which means they die back after flowering every year, or perennials, which means the plant lives for many years. It's mostly dependent on water availability. In the Palos Verdes Peninsula, where water is relatively scarce, poppies grow as annuals, flowering in spring and early summer, and dying back in the later summer months like July and August during the dry season. In wetter places, however, poppies can stay alive all year round. While poppies have a range of pollinators, including beetles, flies, butterflies, and thrips, they are a particularly important source of pollen for native bee species, which act as their main pollinator. If you want to grow your own poppies, there's a couple important things to keep in mind. First, when collecting seeds, make sure your seed pod is not fresh and green, since that will yield immature seeds. Wait until the seed pods have dried up before collecting seeds. If you've already harvested fresh green seed pods, you can simply put them in a paper bag at room temperature for a couple of months until they are dry and brittle, and then simply break them open to reveal many tiny black seeds. Please do not collect seeds from the wild, as this could have really detrimental effects on native populations. Secondly, poppies don't like being transplanted, which is to say, where you plant your poppy is where it should remain. Poppies frequently die due to the stress of moving to a new location, so unrooting a poppy is not a good idea. Buying poppies pre-potted is a good way to get around this, though you must remember that when you're transplanting these to your garden, not to disturb the roots too much. Poppies are a beautiful and integral part of the Palos Verdes ecosystem, and it's our role as stewards of this land to protect them.